What's up, fam? You're watching Fireforge Gaming, and you'll never believe what Activision just did. They released a brand new 3-man team free-to-play battle royale with no lead-up marketing campaign and little to no fanfare, but luckily they had a secret hands-on event for certain YouTubers to get some footage and upload the glowing reviews just in time for launch. Man, where did they get the idea to do that? In all seriousness, the fact that Activision could observe the success of its competitor EA and learn from its successful marketing campaign is a good thing. It's a great thing even. This sort of competition is how industry is supposed to evolve and get better for consumers. This is how our favorite pastime gets to feel more like a fun escapist hobby and less like paying your taxes. Gaming is expensive AF, and anytime we get a good game for free gets a thumbs up from me. I didn't mean to make that rhyme, I'm sorry. Also, this isn't a review, it's a first impressions video, so you're not going to hear me talk about if the game is worth the download. But I will talk about the game's systems and what makes it unique, and what I think works for it and doesn't work for it. So make sure to stay to the end of the video for the question of the day, and let's jump into this. So immediately upon booting up Warzone, it becomes apparent just how big it is. The map is massive and sprawling, and there are more than a few classic locations that surprisingly don't feel crowded or like they've been crammed together. I gotta give it to Treyarch and Activision, they managed to make this behemoth of a map feel organic and natural. It doesn't look too great as far as graphics go, but I expected that, and I never really find that it bothers me or affects my gameplay in any way. At least, not as much as my own patented brand of suckage. The map's not empty either. It's filled with up to 150 players at a time. And here's where the first little problem for me comes up. Trying to queue that many players into one server takes a while, and by a while, I mean I've literally sat in the lobby for 10 minutes waiting for a match to start. It is expected for the service to experience a certain amount of strain at the launch of a game like this. Then after the influx of players stabilizes and maintenance on the server starts to catch up, the game becomes more playable. But this feels like something that could be more pervasive of a problem than that. But again, we don't know for sure, we're just going to have to wait a couple of weeks and see. The way Warzone is designed is to drive people to want to grab their own custom loadouts rather than rely solely on chance loot to provide a competitive edge. In order to do that, they've introduced a cash system, which you can accumulate and then spend to buy things like armor, kill streaks, and custom loadout drops, or even respawn teammates. In order to get cash, you have to find it in the world, loot it from players you've defeated, or most effectively, do the contracts. Completing contracts will usually net you enough cash early on to call in your custom loadouts pretty early in a match. You really should be chasing the cash if you want to be successful at this game. Or life in general, I guess. But people haven't really figured that out yet. The respawn mechanic is pretty interesting. When you die the first time, you get sent to the gulag, where you'll be pitted against another player in a 1v1 gunfight style duel. The winner gets dropped back in, loser has to wait for his team to respawn him with cash. I like the idea of making your players fight for their respawn. It makes it feel like you still have agency over your game, even though you've already died. Now, I gotta talk about this 3-man squads only approach. I personally think it's a mistake. 3-man teams works in Apex specifically because how the different abilities complement each other. And even then, I think that game could use more variety in team sizes. You can still have 3-man teams in Warzone. But it's a mistake to stop there. Put in solos and duos, throw in quad teams. There's no good reason that I can see to limit the gameplay to only 3 players a team. Also, I think no attachments might not be the way to go. I still have to play this game for a week or two to form a complete opinion, so my feelings might evolve on this the more I play. But I feel like a big part of the appeal of battle royales is the ability to cobble together whatever you can find to make a workable weapon system. It feels good to be able to customize your playstyle right there in the action. And I know the idea is to make Warzone feel less like a traditional BR game and more like a standard COD match, with your own custom loadouts and a fast TTK. I just think that a little bit more of what makes it Battle Royale has been lost. I could be wrong, and maybe this system works better than I hoped. Again, I'm going to have to play around and see. So that'll be what I'm doing for the next week or so, playing through Warzone and really testing all the systems and mechanics. I should have a review up next weekend, so stay tuned for that. The question of the day is pretty simple. What are your favorite and least favorite parts of COD Warzone? Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more Warzone content from me, hit the like button, subscribe for more gaming videos, and click the bell icon so you never miss an upload. And if you want to know what I use for recording, editing, or even online banking and stock trading, check the links in the description below. If you're watching the stock market, you've probably seen all of the major companies' stocks are dropping in price, all at the same time. It's making it easier now more than ever to invest and gain ownership in some of these companies. I use the Robinhood app for my investing, and if you want to do the same, you can use my link in the description to set up your account and get your first stock for free. I just think people my age really need to start taking ownership of the stock market seriously, especially right now that the barrier to entry is so low. But that's enough from me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.